The 1981 Ozella PA9 might not be the most famous race car, but it's quite the underdog with a charm all its own. It's powered by a tiny, yet mighty, Ferrari V8 engine, which means it's basically a little rocket disguised as a small, quirky race car. Despite its size, it was capable of some surprisingly decent performances in the World Sports Car Championship, proving that sometimes size really doesn't matter, at least in racing. Alright everyone, time is almost up. Make your final picks or forever hold your peace. Get those selections in before the digital race begins. Welcome back, Toadette. Glad to see you return to the chaos of our AI racing madness. Hope you brought some popcorn because these cars are speeding through like there's no tomorrow. Well, with both drivers being pretty much like mystery guests at a costume party, it's a real toss-up. The Porsche 936 is a classic, so the car's got the skills, but without any info on their driving style or experience, is like guessing which cookie to pick without looking. If I had to put my chips down, I'd say the race might come down to a coin flip. Who do you think will surprise us? Alright everyone, the race has just kicked off at Maple Valley, short reverse. And leading the pack in Group 6 is the bot Aussie 2002 in a classic 1977 Renault Alpine of 442. Let's see if that vintage beauty can hold its lead. Aussie 10-2 has shot to the front, leading the race. Right behind him, Popcorn Slayer is in second place, and Down to Quest is holding on to third. Looks like a tight start. Maya is now in fourth place, closing the gap. Neotexum and Maya are still battling fiercely for that position. Yusho has moved up to 13, making some progress. Aussie 2002 is leading in a 1977 Renault Alpine, a 442B, a classic Group 6 race car. Looks like they're holding a solid lead with no sign of trouble so far. Liu is climbing to 9th place. Kyosify and Iconic Odd are battling for 11th. Iconic Odd just overtook Kyosify for 12th. Maya and Down to Quest are nose to tail for 3rd place. Iconic Odd and Kyosify are locked in a close fight for 11th. Dion Show and GamerBoss 72 are battling it out for 13th. Husky Hawk is driving a Porsche 936 from 1977. They're currently in 8th place, trailing behind the leaders by about a second and a half. Looks like a tight fight, but they're definitely hanging in there. Ovidus and Neotexum are locked in a fierce fight for 5th place. GamerBoss 72 is climbing up to 12th. Yusho is also on the move, now 13. Aussie Dewao dealing comfortably and setting the pace with the fastest lap. Looks like he's in control so far. Amin-san just sneaked into the top 5, climbing 2 spots. Husky Hogue and Ovides are nose to nose for 7th place. Gain Show and GamerBoss 72 are locked in a close fight for 12th. GamerBoss 72 is driving a vintage Porsche 906 from 1966. They're currently in the 10th place and seem to be struggling a bit with their fastest lap being over 47 seconds, which is quite slow compared to the leaders. Amin-san just overtook someone to take the 4th place. Maya and Amin-san are nose to nose for that spot. Iconic Odd and LaQuasso 1980 are locked in a close fight for 10th. Amin-san just sneaked into 3rd place. Neotexum is also climbing up, now in 5th. Down to Quest and Neotexum are nose to nose for 4th. Looks like a battle is brewing. Amin-san is inching closer to Popcorn Slayer, closing the gap by 1.7 seconds. Neotexum and Down to Quest are locked in a fierce fight for 4th place. Maya and Neotexum are also battling for 5th, keeping the tension high. Neotexum is climbing to 4th place. GamerBoss 72 is advancing to 12th. Aussie 2002 is leading in a 1977 Renault Alpine, a 442B. a classic Group 6 race car known for its speed and agility. Looks like they're holding a solid lead and setting the pace with the fastest lap so far. Neo Texum is closing in on Amundsen, cutting the gap by 1.2 seconds. Husky Hog is climbing up to 6th place. Ovidus and Maya are locked in a tight battle for 7th. Well, look at that. Aussie 2002 just crossed the finish line first. Guess all those practice laps paid off. Congrats on the win. Wow. Aussie 2002 really snatched that victory. Great job staying ahead of the pack. Looks like they've got some serious driving skills, even if it's just AI behind the wheel. Congratulations on the win! Here's a fun fact for you all. The combined slow cars racing class is like watching a turtle race, where the turtles are trying their best to be the slowest, but still end up in a surprisingly competitive spot. It really shows that in racing, sometimes the slow and steady wins well, not really anything. But it's amusing to see how these cars try to keep up despite their snail pace. Alright folks, if you haven't picked your car yet, now's the time. The clock's ticking down faster than a speeding bullet, so get those selections in before it's too late. Don't make me choose a clunker for you because I will. Hurry up. Well, this is quite the clash of vintage charm versus modern sporty flair. The 1991 Honda CRX, known for its lightweight and agility, could surprise us with some impressive maneuvering through Sentinel's twists and turns. On the other hand, the 2009 Mini Cooper John Works is definitely more recent, and might have a bit more power and stability, especially around corners. But considering the car choices, I'd lean slightly towards Pumpkin Offery's Mini Cooper, thanks to its turbocharged engine and sportier setup. Still, never underestimate the classic reliability and nimbleness of the CRX. It's a toss-up, but my gut says the Mini might just edge out the older Honda for the win. Hey Jordan! Welcome back to the stream. Glad to see you're back for the AI car races. Hope you're ready for some high-speed fun. Alright folks, the race is underway at Central International Circuit, and leading the pack from the start is the bot Red 3 Boy Gaming Studios in a classic 2000 Acura Integra GS. Our looks like old school might have some tricks up its sleeve today. Red 3 Boy Gaming Studios has taken an early lead, with Tuna the Russian right behind in second. Lil Sprout is holding on to third, but I bet they're already eyeing those top spots. Gravy Graves is making a move, now in 16th place after overtaking 3 cars. Tuna Terushian is holding strong at the front, now in 1st place. Nadisberry is climbing up to 4th, gaining 2 spots. H2 Hove is climbing up to 10th place. Pumpkin Novglory is also moving up to 12th. Dishonored Fox and Pumpkin Novglory are nose to nose for 12th. Druafaus is on a roll, climbing to the 8th place. Gravy Graves is also making moves but still stuck behind a few. Gliding Penguin is losing ground, dropping to the 13th. Atina CNC is on the rise, climbing 3 spots to 18. Gliding Penguin is losing ground, dropping 7 places to 20. Nadisbury is making a move, advancing 1 position to 2nd. Gliding Penguin is on a roll, climbing through the field to take the lead. Tuna Terushian and Gliding Penguin are nose to nose for 1st place. Telescope Byman and Timbogini Tube are locked in a close fight for 17th. Tuna Terushian is now in 1st place. Nadisbury has moved up to 2nd. Lil Sprout is in 3rd. Looks like a tight battle at the front. Ixnobadixel is slicing through the track, closing in on Gravy Graves by 5.4 seconds. Root 3 Boy Gaming Studios just moved up 1 spot to secure 4th place. Rookie Miriki also gained 1 position, now sitting in 5th. Gravy Graves is closing in on Meg's Boring Life, cutting the gap by 2.5 seconds. Dishonored Fox is climbing 1 spot to 12th place. Celestial Inari is also moving up 1 spot to 13th. Rukimiriki just overtook one more car to climb into 4th place. Druerfals is also making moves, now in 6th place. Looks like Papa KC and Druerfals are locked in a close fight for 6th. Druerfals is closing in on Rud3 Boy Gaming Studios, chipping away at the gap by 130 seconds. Gravy Graves is climbing up to 9th place. Hot Bolognese is making a move to 13th. Welcome back, Everlasting Apex. Glad to see you return just in time for some high-speed AI racing action. Get ready for some intense car battles. Druerfals is climbing up to 5th place. Hot Bolognese is gaining on Dishonored Fox, cutting the gap by 2 seconds. Billiscope Bime is inching closer to Pumpkin of Glory, with a 1-second gain. Gravy Graves is closing in on H2 Hova, cutting the gap by 1.1 seconds. Dishonored Fox is climbing up 1 spot to 11. Hot Bolognese and X Nobodixel are nose to nose for 12. Dishonored Fox is gaining on Meg's Boring Life, closing the gap by nearly 2 seconds. Pumpkin of Glory and Hot Bolognese are locked in a fierce duel for the 13th spot. Billiscope Bime is inching closer to Celestial Nari, narrowing the distance by 1.6 seconds. Druerfals is hot on Rukimiriki's tail now, just a second and a half behind. Gravy Graves is creeping closer to H2 Hova, less than 2 seconds separating them. Dishonored Fox is making a move on Meg's Boring Life, closing in by over 2 seconds. Hey there, Everlasting Apex. Glad to see you back in the chat. Ready to watch some cars race and maybe cheer a little louder than the engines? It's gonna be a wild ride. Wow, looks like Tuner Theresian just took the top spot. Guess all those practice laps paid off. Wow, congratulations to Tuner the Russian for winning the race. That's quite the achievement. And look at that, they also snagged the fastest lap. Now they get to claim that sleek 2006 Mitsubishi Eclipse G talk about a double victory. Who's feeling lucky to claim a car next? Welcome back, Amin-san. Glad to see you've returned to the wild world of AI car racing. Buckle up because things are about to get competitive. If I had to pick one of these cars to win a race on the Golden Port circuit, I'd probably go with the 1967 Ferrari 312. It's a classic, and Ferrari's racing pedigree from that era suggests it be pushing the limits of speed and agility. The Eagle Mark, 1T1G might give it a good fight because of its innovative design, but I think the Ferrari's blend of power and finesse would edge out the competition. The other cars are formidable in their own right, but for a balanced mix of raw speed and racing experience, I'd place my bets on the Ferrari. Alright everyone, the countdown is almost up. Make your choices quickly before the virtual doors close on your chances to pick the winning race car. Don't say I didn't warn you if your favorite ends up in last place. Wow, what a classic showdown we have here. The Lotus 49 is legendary, known for its innovative design and racing pedigree. It might have that vintage charm that could be a bit tricky to handle, compared to the Brabham B24. The Brabham is no slouch either, especially if the AI is programmed to take advantage of its balanced handling and power. Honestly, I'd give a slight edge to the Lotus because of its historical dominance and legendary status. But don't count out the Brabham. It might surprise us with some sneaky moves. Buckle up folks, this could go either way. Hey Amin son, you've got it. We're all about those points for the general standings, but if you want to spice things up with some elo, that's your call. Just keep in mind, the eye is a mystery, so no guarantees on how it shakes out. Anyone feeling confident about which car will take the win today? Alright everyone. The race kicks off at Goldenport and leading the pack is Bot Crandy Live in a classic 1967 Honda RA300, sitting on pole. Let's see if that vintage beauty can hold off the competition. Haha! Looks like everybody's on point today. I mean, what else would they say when the cars are this close? It's almost like watching a real race, if only the AI knew how to drive properly, right? Keep the comments coming, folks. We're just getting started here. Krandelive is shot to the front holding the lead. Jordanich is right behind in second place. Jan Show is currently in third, trying to keep up. Taknesti is driving a Brabham B24, which is known for its agility and quick handling. They are currently in the 13th place, so they're making some moves but still have room to improve. Screw Champ is driving a 1967 Eagle Mark 1T1D. They're currently in the 15th place, so it looks like they're struggling to keep up with the leaders. So it's not just about crossing the line first, huh? Gotta love a little extra strategy and luck involved. Makes it all the more thrilling. But honestly, I think I'd be terrible at keeping track of that. Guess I'll just enjoy the chaos and let the AI do its thing. Scrooge Champ is climbing to 15th place. HP Lootcraft is also moving up to 16. Looks like they're both feeling ambitious today. Adenflash is climbing up to 5th place. Bees McGee and Adenflash are nose to nose for that position. Chubby Boy RJ is sneaking into 8th place. Aminsan and Chubby Boy RJ are neck and neck for 8th place. Scrooge Champ just gained one spot to move into 14th. Scrooge Champ and Taknesti are locked in a close fight for 13th. Taknesti's driving a Brabham B24, which is known for its agility, but can be tricky to handle. They're currently in the middle of the pack, just behind the top 10, and their lap time suggests they're holding steady but not gaining ground. Jordan Jace is now in first place. Adenflash is gaining on Everlasting Apex, cutting the gap by a second and a half. HP Lootcraft is driving a Lotus 49, which is known for its innovative aerodynamics and lightweight design. They're currently in the 16th position, with a decent lap time, but still fighting to move up. Sounds like a good way to keep things interesting. Just imagine toggling cars mid-race. Maybe next time we'll have a feature for that. For now though, everyone's just riding the AI chaos and hoping their favorite car doesn't get stuck or surprise us with a victory. Looks like Amundsen is feeling pretty confident about the race strategy, probably thinking about those top spots. Meanwhile, everyone's just chilling, watching these AI drivers battle it out like it's the Monaco Grand Prix. Who do you all think is going to take that lead next lap? Wow, what a race! Congratulations to Jordan for taking the win. That was some impressive driving. And hey, they also scored the fastest lap, so they get to claim the sleek 1967B RMP 83. Not too shabby at all. Who's feeling lucky enough to claim a car next? For this track, I would focus mostly on traction and stability. Since Bristol Motors Speedway dirt is all about rough surfaces and tight corners, having a car that grips the dirt and stays controlled at high speeds is essential. A balance between power and handling would be key, because you want to accelerate out of the turns without losing control. Overall, I'd say a car with good suspension setup and a reliable power delivery would be most valuable here. Because let's face it, sliding around on dirt and keeping your composure is what it's all about. Alright everyone, time's almost up. Make sure to pick your favorite car before it's too late. Don't miss your chance to see which one will dominate the race. Alright, this is quite the throwback showdown. The Minardi M95B is known for its quirky charm, but not necessarily for winning races. Meanwhile, the Benetton B196 had its moments on the track, but on dirt? Well, that's a whole different ballgame. I'd put my money on a Cironi and the Benetton, just because it might have a slight edge in handling. But honestly, this is a total wild card. Anything can happen when classic F1 cars hit dirt. Stay tuned, it's anyone's race. Alright folks, the race is underway at Bristol Dirt. Leading the pack is Bot Emmer Pinkwolf in a classic 1996 Footwork FS17. Let's see if that vintage charm can hold them at the front. Zachariah TV is already leading the pack, sitting comfortably at the front. Leo Russell is right behind in second place, not giving up just yet. Eminson is holding strong in third, but the real action will be seeing if anyone can challenge these top three. Hey, I am Insen. Welcome back to the stream. Glad to see you popping in again. And Everlasting Apex, it's great to have you here once more. Hope you're ready for some high-speed AI racing action. Sit back and enjoy the show. Rowdy Zerolf is storming ahead now in first place after overtaking 17 cars. Narpinkwolf is closing in fast, now in second after overtaking 15. Zombush 86 is also making moves, now in third after overtaking 16 cars. Toadette and Beef Sliders are neck and neck for 8th place. Basket and Feed and Toadette are fighting hard for 9th. Everlasting Apex and Basket and TV are locked in a close duel for 10th. Basket and Feed just gained a spot and is now in 8th place. Beef Sliders and Basket and TV are nose to nose for 8th. Toadette and Basket and TV are also fighting for 9th. Asuyoroni just overtook someone to take 3rd place. It's their Airper and Arlo Coast are nose to nose for 5th. Beef Sliders and Pondon are also swapping positions in a close fight for 7th. Tyler Drums 31 is really having a rough time dropping to the back of the pack at 28. It's their pair is climbing nicely into the top 5. Toadette and Basket and TV are nose to nose fighting for 9th place. Looks like a close one. Hey there, Everlasting Apex. Welcome back to the chaos. Glad you could join us for some high-speed AI racing madness. Sit tight and enjoy the show. Narpinkwolf takes the lead, leaving everyone in the dust. Basket and Fee and Beef Sliders are nose to nose for 8th place. King Malcolm Rix climbs to 10th, and he's not giving up the fight for 9th with Basket and Fee. Autopost and its Theraper are neck and neck for 5th place. Basket and Fee climbs 1 spot to 8th. Basket and Fee and Pondon are locked in a close fight for 7th. Aironi just overtook someone to take 2nd place. Zombush 86 is also climbing up to 3rd. Beef Sliders and Basket and TV are nose to nose for 8th. It's Theraper and Rowdy Zerolf are nose to tail for 4th place. Toadette just gained a spot and is now 9th. Zachariah TV and King Malcolm Rx are locked in a fierce fight for 12th. Congratulations, Emmer Pinkwolf. Looks like all that dirt racing paid off. Who knew you'd be the fastest on the Bristol dirt? Here's a fun fact for you. In the 2000 supercars racing class, cars were often so advanced that they sometimes felt more like space shuttles than race cars. They had technology that was years ahead of what you'd find on the street, making the races not only about speed, but also about who could manage all those gadgets better. It was like watching a high-tech chess match at 200 miles per hour. Hey there. Welcome back to the stream, Amin-san. Glad you could join us again. We're just about to watch some crazy AI cars race against each other. Hope you're ready for some high-speed excitement. Alright folks, if you haven't picked your favorite car yet, now's the time. The countdown is ticking, and soon we'll be stuck with whatever we've got. Don't miss out on your chance to influence which machine will reign supreme in this AI race. Oh wow. This is a classic showdown. On one hand, we've got Captain Trippy behind the wheel of a 2004 Saleen 7. That's a pretty solid ride, but it's a bit older, so we might wonder if it's had some upgrades, or just the classic vintage charm. Now, Matthewsaurus Rex is racing the same model but twin-turbo, charged from 2006. That extra boost can make all the difference, especially in a race like this. Given the turbo boost and the slight edge in year, I'd lean toward Matthewsaurus Rex pulling ahead in the end. But hey, with AI racing, anything can happen, and sometimes the older car surprises us with its experience or handling. It's going to be interesting to see how much the turbo gives Matthewsaurus Rex the advantage. Stay tuned, folks. This one's a close call. Alright everyone, the race is hot off the line at Albi. Leading the pack is Bot Cricky in a 2005 Radical SR8. So buckle up because this should be interesting. Kishk has taken an early lead. Everlasting Apex is holding second. And Max Spirley is in third. Looks like a tight start. Papa Cassie is holding off Alexasnabrain by a narrow margin for 6th place. Sir Gemingate and Reko Haruji are still nose-to-nose for 10th. Matthewsaurus Rex just gained 1 spot, and is now only 13th. Belthane the Beast advances to 7th place. Reko Haruji and School Bus Rust are nose-to-nose for 9th. Necrophantasm climbs to 14th. Belthanate Beast is climbing nicely into 6th place. Papakasi is also moving up into 7th. Aminzan Cirque Gaming Gate are neck and neck for 11th. Hey there, Everlasting Apex. Glad to see you back in the mix. Hope you're ready to watch some of these cars battle it out. Let's see if you can spot the next big surprise on the track. Velocitor 14 just snuck into 3rd place. Skubusar Stiffy and Rico Haru G both climbing up 1 spot, now sitting in 8th and 9th. Looks like the race is heating up. Captain Trippy just nudged into 14th place. Zirk Gaming Gate is right behind, so this could get interesting. Krishk is leading the race in a 20,005 Radical SR8. Looks like they're holding a solid lead with no signs of slowing down. The car is known for its lightweight design and high performance, so they might be enjoying a comfortable margin. Catgirl TM is driving a Pagani Zonda F, a car known for its striking design and incredible speed. They are currently in the 16th place, battling to move up the field. The Betty White Show is driving a Mazda MT900s, a lightweight and agile sports car. They're currently in 18th place, so they're not exactly leading the pack but still in the mix. Reiko Haruji is now in 8th place, climbing 1 spot. Morning Starsel has moved up to 16th place, also gaining 1 spot. Morning Starsel is driving a 2006 TVR Sagare Stelti. They are currently in the 16th place and seem to be struggling with lap times, quite a bit behind the leaders. Everlasting Apex is driving a Radical SR8, just like the leader. They're holding 2nd place, but their lap times are a bit slower than the front runner. Looks like a close fight for the top spot. Reiko Harugi and Papa Casey are nose to tail for 7th place. Amin Hassan is chipping away at Alex Hasnobrain, closing the gap by a 2nd and a 10th. Amin San and Alex Hasnobrain are locked in a tight fight for 10th. Wow, Krishk really took the checkered flag. Guess all those practice laps paid off. Well done on the victory. If I had to pick one of these cars, I'd say the 1968 Eagle Mark V probably has the best shot. It's known for its strong performance and good handling for its era. The other options are pretty iconic too, but the Eagle's balance of speed and agility makes it a likely winner on that classic circuit. Plus, it's got that vintage racing charm that just screams, I know what I'm doing on a racetrack. Hey Amundsen, welcome back. Glad to see you return to the chaos. Hope you're ready for some more AI car mayhem. Let's see if your luck has improved since the last time. Alright everyone. If you haven't picked your car yet, now's the time to jump on it. The clock's ticking, and we don't want any missed opportunities to see which AI car takes the crown. Hustle up and make your choice before it's too late. Well, with both drivers being pretty much a mystery, this race is shaping up to be a real toss-up. It's like guessing who will win a race with blindfolds on. Since they're both in the same car, it might come down to who can twist the most out of that vintage machine. I'd say it's anyone's game until they hit the track. But hey, betting on a dark horse might be the way to go here. Alright everyone, the race kicks off here at Cleveland Grand Prix, and leading the pack is Bot 40 Afro straight out of 1969, with a Le Grand Mark 11. That car has got some vintage charm, and probably a lot of stories to tell. Let's see if it can hold on to that lead or if the other cars will catch up. The Afro has taken an early lead. James Misk is hanging tight in second, and Cleaver Girl is holding on to third. Looks like a close battle already shaping up. Pace CRR is on the move, climbing to 9th place. Mission Man is pushing forward into 11th. JD Anburn is making a charge into 13th. Yongan Stored to Wuyu is climbing up to 4th place. Pace CAR is now in 8th. Mutvolf and Mission Man are nose to nose for 11th. as Shenariton is holding off Calicum Bunny for the 14th spot. Justin Gilks and Cobber are still neck and neck for 16th. Arayu Serial and Justin Gilks are fighting hard for the 17th position. Ashinariton just nudged ahead to 14th place. Calicum Bunny and Ashinariton are nose to nose for that same spot. Justin Gilks is sneaking up to 16th place. Hey Alias698, welcome back to the stream. Glad to see you return just in time for some high-speed AI car racing action. Grab some popcorn and enjoy the show. Bunnies of Doom is now in 27th place, clearly having a rough time. James Nisk has climbed to 2nd place, showing some serious determination. Silent Fox 213 is up to 5th, making a nice move forward. Hot Bolognese is climbing up to 8th place. Oscar Wolf and Hot Bolognese are nose to tail for 9th. Mission Men and Oscar Wolf are locked in a close fight for 10th. Silent Fox 213 is climbing to 4th place. Our Spatial is also moving up to 5th. Oscar Wolf and Hot Bolognese are nose to nose for 9th. Hey there, Chaos Pilot. Glad to see you back in the chat. Hope you're ready to watch some wild AI cars race around the track. Let's see if they can keep their cool, or if they'll turn into total chaos. Yoonganster 202 is really having a rough time, dropping 20 places to 26. Bunnies of Doom is closing in fast, cutting the gap by over 6 seconds. Pace CAR is climbing steadily, now in 6th place after gaining 1 spot. Pace CAR just overtook someone to take 5th place. Mudwolf is climbing up to 11th. JD Anburn and Mudwolf are nose to nose for 11th. James Smith and Forty Afro are nose to tail at the front. JD Anburn is climbing up to 11th place. Merida and Justin Gilks are locked in a close fight for 16th. Oscar Wolf and Global's Excel are locked in a close fight for 7th place. Calicum Bunny just gained 1 spot to move into 13th. Calicum Bunny and Mutt Wolf are also battling it out for 12th position. Welcome back, Ilias698. Glad to see you're back in the race. Hope you're ready for some high-speed AI action. Cobber is climbing up to 13th place. Linmilak and Arayu Serial are nose to nose for 18. Pinha 17 and Amundsen are locked in a fierce fight for 20th. Wow, Forty Afro really took the checkered flag. Guess all those practice laps paid off. Well done on the win. Alright. Fun fact about the 1965 Lola T70 Mark I is that this car was a real beast on the track, often called the ultimate racing machine of its time. It was designed for endurance racing and could reach speeds that made it a serious threat to its competitors. Interestingly, Lola built this to be a lightweight yet incredibly powerful car, which meant drivers had to be really skilled to keep it under control. Basically, it was the kind of car that made you wonder if the driver was more of a daredevil or a magician. Hey everyone, hurry up if you haven't picked your car yet. There's only a little time left, so don't miss out on your chance to choose your favorite. Grab it before it's gone. Wow, this is quite the vintage showdown. The Ford GT40M Key from 1966 is legendary on the track, known for its speed and agility back in the day. On the other hand, the 1968 Ford P68 has a unique design and was quite the experimental car for its time. Given the track and the vintage cars involved, I'd probably give the edge to Amin San in the Ford GT40. It's got that proven racing pedigree and a bit more experience in high-speed situations. But hey, Zookstercat's car might surprise us with some clever AI tactic. It's going to be a fun race to watch. Alright folks, the race is kicking off at Montmiller Rallycross, and leading the pack is the TTV Cows pilot in the classic 1966 Ford GT40 MQY. Looks like a true vintage beast ready to shake things up. Looks like Everlasting Apex is up to some secret plans for the stream. Maybe a little reset magic? Meanwhile, we're stuck on lap 1, and the real race is heating up. Who's got their eye on the prize? Looks like Everlasting Apex is feeling confident about the reset. Wonder what tweaks they're cooking up. Meanwhile, I'm just here trying to keep up with this crazy race. Who's got their eye on the top spot? Elias has shot to the front right from the start. Chaos Pilot is holding strong in second, while Elias 98 is hanging on in third. Looks like Elias is already trying to build a gap. Everlasting Apex is driving a McLaren Elva Chevrolet. They're currently in 6th place, holding steady but not making any big moves yet. Elias X988 is driving a 1966 Chaparral 2E, a classic race car known for its innovative aerodynamics. Their race looks competitive with a solid 6th place, just behind the leaders. Netsyrups is climbing up to 6th place. Sukstakat is chipping away at Aminsan's lead, closing the gap by a second and a bit. Aminsan just gained a spot to 7th place. Superstarcat is also climbing up to 8th, now battling Everlasting Apex for that position. Things are heating up in the middle of the pack. Mimuyar is driving a Jaguar XJ13, a classic racing car known for its sleek design and V12 engine. They're currently in 5th place, holding steady but not challenging for the lead. Looks like a solid race so far. Elias X988 just overtook someone to climb into 4th place. Memuda and Elias X988 are nose to tail. Looks like a battle for the 4th spot. Mermudar is driving a Jaguar XJ13, a classic racing car known for its sleek design and V12 engine. They're currently in 5th place, holding steady but not challenging the leaders. Looks like a solid race so far. Elias X988 is making a strong push with the fastest lap, but he's still behind Elias. He needs to find a way to overtake if he wants to win. Everlasting Apex is driving a 1966 McLaren Elva Chevrolet Titan. They are way off the pace at the moment, sitting in last place and struggling to keep up with the others. Aminsan is sneaking into the top 6, just one spot away from the leaders. Sukstakat is also climbing up, inching closer to the top 7. Looks like the race is heating up behind the front runners. Elias X988 is climbing to 3rd place. Nirmuida is now in 4th. Aminsan has moved into 5th. Looks like a little shuffle at the front. Elias X988 is leading and has the fastest lap, so he's clearly in control. But watch out for the guy behind him, who's right on his tail. Everlasting Apex is driving a McLaren Elva Chevrolet, which is way off the pace with a lap time of over 2 minutes. Looks like they're struggling to keep up and might be just trying to stay on the track. Nirmuida is now in 4th place. Aminizan is in 5th. Netsyrup Starks has climbed to 6th, 2 spots up. Sukstakat is on a roll. overtaking 6 cars to take the lead. Eliasek and Zugsterkat are nose to nose, fighting hard for the top spot. Wow! Eliasek just took the victory. Looks like someone was saving their best for last. Congrats on the win. Hey Yambofing, welcome back to the stream. Glad to see you return just in time for some epic AI car races. Sit back and enjoy the show. Wow, Eliasescu really dominated the race today. Congratulations on taking home the win. That was some impressive driving. For the lucky drivers who can claim a car, Eliasek 988, you've got the fastest lap. So you're the proud new owner of a 1966 Chaparral 2 Wenyi. Sounds like you're quite the speedster. Amen-san. Since you won the bet race, you get the iconic 1966 Ford T40M Kia. Great choice for race day. And Eliasek 988 again, you also managed the most overtakes, so you're walking away with another 1966 Chaparral 2E. Looks like you earned it with all that maneuvering. If I had to pick one of these cars to win a race on the Croft Retro Circuit, I would go with the 2011 Lexus LFA. It has that rare combination of incredible handling, a powerful V10 engine, and a lightweight frame that would probably make it a beast on that tight and twisty track. Plus, it's got a bit of an exotic vibe that might give it an edge over the more common sports cars. Alright, everyone, the clock is ticking down fast. If you haven't picked your car yet, now's the time to make your move before it's too late. Don't let your dream machine get snatched up by someone else. Get your choices in before we start this AI racing extravaganza. Welcome back, Buchisaro. Glad to see you return to the chaos. Hope you're ready for some high-speed AI action. Sit tight and enjoy the show. Hey MRF Society. Glad to see you back in the chat. Hope you're ready for some high-speed AI racing chaos. Buckle up. Alright, this is quite the interesting matchup. On one side we've got Eliasek pushing a 2017 Spiker C8 Preliator, which is known for its sleek design and lightweight agility. On the other side, Necrophantasm is in a 2010 Jaguar XR, a luxury sedan, with a healthy dose of power, but maybe a little less nimble. Considering the track is Croft Retro, the car's handling and agility will probably be the deciding factors. The Spiker's lighter build and sharper design might give Eliasesque a slight edge, especially through the tighter corners. The Jaguar, while powerful and comfortable, could struggle a bit on the twisty sections. So, if I had to place my bet, I'd say Eliasesque in the Spiker has the upper hand here. But hey, with AI racing, anything can happen, including some unexpected pit stop drama or a sneaky overtake. Let's get this race started and see what these virtual cars can do. Alright everyone, the race is underway at Croft Retro, and starting at the front is Bot Platigami in a classic 2009 BMW M3. So let's see if this vintage beauty can hold its lead against the modern slow cars. Natural Unlucky has shot off the line with a strong lead. Platigami is holding second, trying to keep up. Franquetti is in third, hanging tight but already a bit behind the front runners. Platigami is now in first place. Iliasix 988 has climbed to third. Amin Sun has moved up to fifth. Looks like everyone's on the move today. Iliasesque is climbing up to 6th place now. Necrophantasm and Iliasesque are nose to tail for 6th. Silent Fox 213 and Necrophantasm are fighting for 7th. Looks like Necrophantasm is holding on for now. Iliasix 988 is climbing up to 2nd place. Amin Sun and Franquetti are still locked in a close fight for 4th. Silent Fox 213 is advancing to 7th. Iliasesque and Amin Sun are nose to nose for 5th place. Skeggs is the Opry, just gained 1 spot to sit in 25th. Skeggs is Beopre and Lin Lelek are fighting hard for 24th. Mighty Chunk is making a move, climbing up to 25. Betsmar is right behind, also gaining ground. Iliasix 988 is closing in on Platigami, closing the gap steadily. Jordan F is climbing up to 10th place. Reditaro Active Vixen and Jordan F are locked in a close fight for that position. Everlasting Ipex is making a move to 27. Bujitsero is climbing to 11th place. Yanbo Fiend is now in 14th place. Joey Pastrami has advanced to 17th place. Iliasix 988 just snatched the lead, moving up one spot to take first place. Iliasisk is climbing up to fourth, also gaining a spot. Franquetti and Iliasisk are nose to nose for fourth. Looks like a close fight. Necrophantasm is climbing up to 7th place. Shoto Todoroki 39 and Necrophantasm are nose to nose for 7. Lemon Cult Games is making a move into the top 15. Everlasting Apex is closing in on Cobracle fast, just 8.2 seconds behind. Iliasisk has climbed one spot to 3rd place. Silent Fox 213 has also moved up one spot to 5th. Everlasting Apex is closing in on RF Society, cutting the gap by nearly 7 seconds. Iliasix 98 has climbed one spot to 15. Beyond Woo Dark Souls is also moving up one spot to 19. Radicero Active Vixen is closing in on Bukisero, cutting the gap by 7 seconds. Zayden Fox, M113, has climbed one spot to take 4th place. Shoto Todoroki 39 has also moved up one spot to 7. Franquetti is really closing the gap to Natural Unlucky. Less than a second now. Necrophantasm and Shoto Todoroki 39 are locked in a fierce duel for 7th place. Jambo Fiend is climbing up, moving into 12th. Congratulations to Elias 98 for winning the race at Croft Retro. Looks like they were in a league of their own. Well done. Wow! Congratulations to Ilias X98. You really took this race by storm. Not only did you win, but you also snagged the fastest lap, the victory in the bet race, and most overtakes. That's a hat trick of dominance. Ilias X98. You can now claim a shiny 2017 Spiker C8 Preleator. A sleek modern streetcar Dortila. Looks like the race wasn't just a test of speed but a showcase of raw talent. Well done. Sure. The Eurobrunn ER188 was part of the wave of 1980s racing efforts where small teams tried to compete against giants. Fun fact. This car was built with a pretty lightweight chassis which made it agile, but it was often overshadowed by more dominant teams. It's like the underdog of the racing world, full of potential but not quite ready to take the top spot. Alright everyone, the clock is ticking, and your chance to pick your favorite AI car is slipping away. Make your choices fast before they zoom past you. It's now or never, so get those picks in. Haha, Looks like Everlasting Apex is trying to keep things fair and square with that minimum floor. Maybe they're worried about some cars falling out of the race entirely. Anyway, everyone's just waiting to see which car will come out on top, right? Remember, if you want to jump in and pick your favorite ride, just type !race and the number of the car. Let's see which driver will be the king of Circuitos Sagalices today. This is quite the vintage showdown. The 1988 Coloni FC 188 is known for its quirky handling but not much top speed, while the Lola LC80 tends to be a bit more balanced, with a touch more power. Considering the track layout of Circuitos Sagalices, which favors technical driving and agility, I might lean toward the Lola LC88 pulling ahead. But then again, Wolf's Light could surprise us if they master the quirks of that old Colony. It's going to be a fun race to watch. Alright folks, the race has just kicked off at Circuitos Sagalices, and TTV MRF Society is leading the pack on pole in that classic 1988 Zaxpeed 881. Let's see if they can hold on to that top spot or if someone else is hungry for the win. MRF Society has taken the lead right out of the gate. Oscar Wolf is holding strong in second place. Soto Todoroki 39 is currently in third, trying to keep up. Forsengoto is climbing up to 5th place. Zombush 86 is also moving up to 11th. Everlasting Apex and Zombush 86 are nose to nose for 11th. Everlasting Apex and Zombush 86 are nose to tail for 11th place. Elias 988 is inching up to 12th place. Aminsan and LESX 988 are locked in a close fight for 13. Forsengoto is climbing to 4th place. Everlasting Apex is now in 11th. Wrath 92 has moved up to 14th. Everlasting Apex is driving a Lola LC88, which is holding steady in 11th place. Looks like they're not making much noise but staying in the mix. Everlasting Apex is driving a Lola LC88. They are currently in 11th place, and seem to be holding steady without any major moves so far. Oscar Wolf is driving a Tyrrell 017. He's currently in 2nd place, so he's making a solid run. Looks like he's holding steady and staying close to the leader. The F1 1988 cars seem well matched for this track, with the top contenders staying close. The circuit's layout probably favors the more agile and historically competitive models, keeping the race tight. Wrath 92 is climbing up to 12th place. Wrestling 567 and Amundsen are nose to nose for 15th. Soto Todoroki 39 is driving a March 881, currently in 3rd place. Their fastest lap is just under 1:05, so they're keeping it competitive. Looks like a solid race so far. Aussie 2012 is racing a Tyrrell 017 with a fastest lap of 1 minute, 5 seconds, and 48 milliseconds. They're currently in 6th place, hanging just behind the top 5, so the race looks pretty tight for them. Horsengado is driving a Benetton B188 and is currently in 4th place. Their fastest lap is a 1:05.062, which shows they're pushing but still behind the leaders. Looks like a solid race so far. Wolf's Light is holding a slight lead over Everlasting Apex, but with only 1 lap to go, it's anyone's game. Wolf's Light's got the pace, but Everlasting Apex is right behind, ready to pounce if there's a mistake. The track seems to favor the faster lap times, with the top drivers pushing close to 1:04. Overtakes are happening in the middle of the pack, but the leaders are maintaining a steady pace. Wrath 92 is driving an Arrows a 10B, known for its balance and decent aerodynamics. They're currently in the 13th place, just ahead of the last few racers. Looks like a steady race, but they might need a little more speed to climb higher. Bordengo just nudged into 7th place. Eliasix 98 is right behind, pushing hard for that same spot. Looks like a close fight. Wow. NSRF Society really took the checkered flag. Guess they're the ones to beat now. Wow. NSRF Society really pulled off an impressive win. Congrats to them. Looks like they've got the skills to take the checkered flag this time. Everyone better step up their game if they want to catch up. Alright, here's a fun one for you. The Monza Vintage Oval track is actually a throwback to the golden days of racing, when cars looked more like art pieces than speed machines. It's kind of like the track saying, hey, I may be vintage, but I still have that need for speed. Plus, the shape of the oval makes for some hilariously tight turns that can turn a simple race into a roller coaster ride. So buckle up and enjoy the vintage chaos. Alright everyone, if you haven't picked your car yet, now's the time to do it. The countdown is almost up, so get those selections in before the race begins. Don't want to be stuck with a lemon now, do you? Alright folks, this is shaping up to be an interesting showdown. Dombush 86 is behind the wheel of a 1996 Dodge Stealth RT Turbo, a car known for its turbocharged power, and a bit of a sleeper attitude. Meanwhile, Girl of Diamond is on the track with a 1994 Venturi 260 LM, which is more of a rare exotic with its aerodynamic shape and lightweight design. Given the vintage oval and the cars involved, I'd say the Dodge might have the raw speed with its turbocharged engine, but the Venturi's handling and lightweight nature could give it a surprise edge around the curves. It all comes down to how well each driver manages their machine on this vintage track. If I had to make a call, I'd lean slightly toward the Dodge for its power, but wouldn't be shocked if the Venturi pulls a fast one. Let's get ready to watch these thrill rides unfold. Alright everyone, the race is underway at Monza Vintage Oval. Leading the pack is the bot defactor in a classic 1985 Alfa Romeo GTV6. Let's see if its vintage charm can hold off the competition. Radicero Active Vixen has shot to the front, holding the lead. Defactor is right behind in second, and Everlasting Apex is in third, trying to keep the pressure on. Ovidus is on a roll, climbing to 5th place after overtaking 3 cars. The Betty White Show is making a strong push, moving up 4 spots to 23rd. D Factor and Ray Zero Active Vixen are locked in a fierce duel for the lead. Arlo Coast is on a roll, climbing 5 places to 7th. Red Panda Manatee 4 is making a move, overtaking 3 cars to reach 18th. Dave Factor and Radazar Active Vixen are nose to tail at the front, fighting for the lead. D Factor and Radazar Active Vixen are neck and neck for first place. Unstabil is climbing to 4th, just 1 spot away from the top. Arlo Coast is closing in on Ovidus, cutting the gap by nearly 2 seconds. They're now battling for 6th place. D Factor and Radazar Active Vixen are nose to tail at the front. Arlo Coast is climbing fast, now in 5th. Elias 98 and Ovidus are locked in a close fight for 6th place. Dave Factor and Radazar Active Vixen are nose to nose for first place. Unstabil is closing in on Everlasting Apex, now just 1.4 seconds behind. Girl of Diamond is climbing fast, jumping 2 spots to sit in 6th. Amin Sun just sliced through 4 cars to grab the 9th place. Dave Factor and Radazar Active Vixen are nose to nose at the front. Unstabil nudges up 1 spot to 3rd. D Factor and Radazar Active Vixen are locked in a fierce fight for first place. Arlo Coast is closing in on Everlasting Apex, shaving off 1.1 seconds. Elias 98 just climbed 1 spot to take 7th. Kyosify is on the move, climbing up to 13th place after overtaking 3 cars. De Factor and Radazar Active Vixen are nose to nose for the top spot. Arlo Coast is closing in on Everlasting Apex, cutting the gap by almost 2 seconds. The race for 4th place is heating up between Arlo Coast and Everlasting Apex. Amin-san just blitzed past 3 cars to grab the 13th place. Dev Factor and Radazar Active Vixen are locked in a fierce duel for the lead. Arlo Coast is climbing up to 4th, making a move. Bean Streams just overtook someone to take 8th place. Bean Streams and Forsengotview are nose to nose for 7th. Ovidus and Bean Streams are also close in the fight for 8th. D Factor has taken the lead, claiming the top spot. Unstabil is gaining on Radazar Active Vixen, closing the gap by over 2 seconds. Girl of Diamond and Everlasting Apex are locked in a close fight for 5th place. Kyosify is on a roll, climbing 4 spots to 8th place. Akvaithi is closing in fast on Crystal 33, cutting the gap by 8.2 seconds. Girl of Diamond just nudged into 5th, making moves up the ranks. Akvaithi is closing in on Crystal 33 fast, cutting the gap by 5.40 seconds. Kyosify just moved up 1 spot to 7th place. Bean Streams and Kyosify are nose to nose for 7th, so expect some fireworks soon. Congratulations to D-Factor on winning at Monza Vintage Oval. Looks like they really knew how to steer their way to victory. Well done. Wow, D-Factor, congratulations on winning that race. You really drove your way to victory. Well deserved. And a big shout out to Amundsen. You're on fire today. With the fastest lap, you get to claim the 1995 Ford GT980. And with the most overtakes, you're also taking home the same car. Looks like you're making a strong claim to be the ultimate driver here. Great job to both of you. Here's a fun fact for you. Indy cars are designed to reach speeds of over 230 miles per hour, making them some of the fastest open-wheel race cars in the world. They also have a special engine rule that keeps the power around 700 horsepower, which is pretty impressive for such a sleek machine. It's like watching a rocket on wheels, but with a lot more skill and a dash of chaos. Alright, everyone, time's almost up to pick your favorite car. Make your choice now or forever hold your peace in the race of the bots. Don't miss out on the fun. Well, with Everlasting Apex having a solid track record of 140 races and 10 wins, they certainly seem to have a bit of experience under their belt, even if the win ratio isn't sky high. Plus, being rank 3 shows they know their way around the track. On the other hand, Arlo Coast is pretty much a mystery, so it's hard to gauge what they bring to the table. If I had to place a bet based on what little we know, I'd say Everlasting Apex probably has the edge just because of the experience. But hey, with Arlo Coast being an unknown quantity, maybe they'll surprise us and shake things up. That's the fun of it, right? Hey, Sinang. Glad you could make it back to the stream. Hope you're ready to see some AI cars race, and maybe have a little fun watching them scramble for position. Let's get into it. Alright, everyone. The race kicks off at Autopolis Oita, and leading the pack is the ITB Forsengatu in the 2018 Chevrolet IndyCar, starting from pole position. Looks like we're in for some high-speed fun. Forsengatu has shot off the line to take the lead. Latino Mira is holding strong in second place, while GMN Prime is hanging on in third. Looks like a tight battle already. Arlo Coast is on a roll, moving up 3 spots to take third place. GMN Prime and Arlo Coast are nose-to-tail fighting for third. Eliasix 988 and Everlasting Apex are locked in a close duel for fifth. Latino Mera just snatched the lead, moving up to first place. Nulavi is climbing steadily, now in 12th. Forsengo and Nulavi are nose-to-nose for 12th. Looks like a tight squeeze. Elias X98 is currently in 6th place with a Chevrolet IndyCar. Their race looks like a steady climb, but they still have some ground to make up to catch the leaders. Forsengatu leading their race in a 2018 Chevrolet IndyCar. They started in first and are holding on to the top spot, but the competition is close behind. Looks like they're trying to defend that position with some solid pace. Everlasting Apex is holding 5th and trying to stay close, while Arlo Coast is in 3rd, not far behind. Looks like a tight fight for the final podium spot. Everlasting Apex is in 5th place, driving a Chevrolet IndyCar. Looks like they're holding steady but not making much noise up front. Haha, I'm in, son. Looks like you're just testing the limits again. Gotta love the thrill of chasing that elo, right? Hope you don't lose it too fast. But hey, at least you're having fun trying. Who's ready for some high-speed chaos on the track today? Maya notices Elias X98 and Elias S battling for the 16th place. Sarar and Elias X98 are fighting hard for the 6th position. Elias S is gaining ground, moving up 1 spot to 16. The fight for the top 10 is heating up. Pumpkin of Glory is climbing to 7th place. Anarchizix is now in 8th. Rosago Ming has moved into 9th. The race is heating up. Anarchizix and Pumpkin of Glory are nose-to-tail for 7th place. Forsengo is climbing 1 spot to 11th. Nulavi is also moving up 1 spot to 12th. Everlasting Apex is holding steady in 5th, and might be eyeing a late move. Arlo Coast is in 3rd but needs to find some extra pace to challenge for the win. Looks like a close finish is on the cards. GM Prime is climbing up to 3rd place now. Arlo Coast and GM Prime are nose to tail. Looks like a battle for the podium. Arlo Coast is climbing to 3rd place. Everlasting Apex is now in 4th. Elias X98 is catching up to GM Prime, closing the gap by a second. Anarchizix is climbing up to 7th place. Its Surrers chipping away at Amundsen's lead, closing the gap by 1.2 seconds. Congratulations to Platnumera on winning the race at Autopolis Oita. Looks like they really drove away with it. Well done. Wow! What an incredible victory for Platnumera. Congratulations on taking the win. That was some serious driving. And I think we can all agree they definitely earned that first place spot. Well played. Here's a fun fact for you. The classic IndyCar racing cars, especially from the golden era, could reach speeds of over 200 miles per hour. That's faster than most people can even imagine driving on a daily basis. And back then, safety gear was less advanced too. So they were basically hurtling around the track in metal rockets. Talk about a thrill ride. Alright folks, the clock's ticking down to pick your favorite cars for this insane AI race. Don't miss your chance to influence the chaos. Get your choices in before it's too late, or you'll be stuck watching these bots duke it out without your input. Wow! What a classic showdown between two vintage beauties. The Ferrari 375 Indy is a legendary car known for its speed and elegance, while the Kuzma Affi has its own history of racing prowess. But in a race at Nemunozidas, a track that demands agility and precision, I'd probably lean towards Kirkshik's Ferrari. It's a bit more refined and has a reputation for handling well in tight corners. Yates win 33s. Kuzma Offi might surprise us, especially if it gets a good start, but I think the Ferrari's overall balance might give it the edge. Of course, in racing, a good driver makes all the difference. But since these are AI, I guess it's all about the machine today. I'm feeling confident in the Ferrari's chances to take the win. Alright everyone, the race at Nemonozedes just kicked off, and leading the pack is the classic IndyCars class with bot Exijax. The pole sitter, a slick 1960 Scarab Indy, is ready to burn some rubber. Let's see if it can hold on to that lead. Exijax has shot off the line to take the lead. Yadi Anburn is holding strong in second place, just ahead of Amundsen in third. Looks like a tight battle for the top spots already. JD Anburn and Exijax are nose to tail for first place. Amundsen and JD Anburn are fighting hard for second. Tukins, Flora and Amundsen are locked in a close scrap for third. Red Panda Minity 4 is making a move, now in 9th place after overtaking 3 cars. Vargala Svet is dropping back, down to 15th after losing 7 positions. Borsen Goda was climbing, now in 8th place after gaining 1 spot. Vargala Svet is dropping like a stone, now in 23rd place. Borsengo is climbing steadily, now in 15th. Borsengo and the Dreamkeeper are nose to tail for 14th place. Looks like a tight squeeze. Vargala Svet just overtook 22 cars and is now in the lead. Exijax is right behind, and they're battling fiercely for the top spot. Exijax has just claimed the top spot. JD Anburn is hot on their tail in second. Amundsen is now in third. Looks like a close battle at the front. Tukins Flora is climbing to third place. Oziadudo 2 and Temmensen are locked in a close fight for fourth. Borzen Godu is advancing to seventh. Red Panda Manatee 4 and Sirarelia are nose to nose for 8th place. Everlasting Apex just gained 1 spot to sit in 10th. Hot Bologna is also climbing up, now in 12th. Zion Fox 213 is now in 16th place. Yachis Wishman 33 is right behind, both fighting for that same spot. G2sman 33 is climbing nicely into the top 15. Adanut 44 is gaining ground on P21. James Mayo and Adanut 44 are nose to tail for the same position. The classic IndyCar cars are pretty evenly matched, but the track's tight corners and high-speed straights are favoring those with better handling and acceleration. The top drivers are staying close, so the car class isn't making a huge difference yet. For a single, just moved up one spot to 13. Yachis Wishman 33 is closing in on Akanoni, cutting the gap by a second and a half. Zyland Fox 213 and the Dreamkeeper are locked in a close fight for 16. Red Panda Manatee 4 and Cyrelia are nose to tail for 8th place. Husky Hog is climbing 2 spots to 16th. Kurishk is also up 2 spots, now in 18th. Borsengotov driving a 1960 Scarab Indy. They're currently in 8th place and have the fastest lap of the race so far. Looks like they're pushing hard but still behind the leaders. The classic Indy cars are pretty evenly matched here, but the track at Neminozita seems to favor the more nimble and quick cars like the Scarab Indies. The Curtis Crafts are hanging in there, but the Kuzma office are struggling with slower lap times. Red Panda Manatee 4 just moved up one spot to 9th place. Yachis Wishman 33 and Ekanon are nose to nose for 14th place. Husky Hog is closing in on Yachis Wishman 33, shrinking the gap by 2 seconds. Husky Hog is narrowing the gap to Yachis Wishman 33 by almost 2 seconds. Story Forge is climbing up to 19th place. Adanut 44 is also on the move, now 20th. Silent Fox 213 and Husky Hog are nose to tail for the 16th spot. James Mayo is inching forward, climbing into 21st. Congratulations to Exijax on winning the race. Looks like they really sped past the competition. Well-deserved victory. Congratulations to Exijax on winning the race. Well done on crossing that finish line first. And hey, Sianang, you snagged the fastest lap, so you get to claim the 1957 Curtis Craft 500B. Nice work. Looks like some exciting rewards today. Sure thing. Did you know that the 1988 F1 cars were some of the most powerful in history? Due to the turbocharged engines? They could produce over 1,000 horsepower in qualifying trim, which is like strapping a rocket